And welcome back to Regaining the Balance. We're going to be reading Tablet 13, The Keys of Life and Death. And let's get into it here. So let me just do the sharing the screen here. And there we are. Okay. Emerald Tablet 13, The Keys of Life and Death. List ye, O man, hear ye the wisdom, hear ye the word that shall fill thee with life, hear ye the word that shall banish the darkness, hear ye the voice that shall banish the night. Mystery and wisdom have I brought to my children, knowledge and power descended from old. Know ye not that all shall be opened? Know ye not that all shall be open when ye shall find the oneness of all? One shall ye one shall ye be with the master of masters of mystery. Starting over. One shall ye be with the masters of mystery, conquerors of death and masters of life. Aye, ye shall learn the flower of Amenti, the blossom of life that shines in the halls. In spirit shall ye reach that halls of Amenti and bring back the wisdom that liveth in light. Know ye the gateway to power is secret. Know ye the gateway to life is through death. Aye, through death, but not as ye know death, but a death that is life and is fire and is light. That's very similar to what the Philosophy of Fire book is exactly what that says. Desirest thou to know the deep hidden secret? Look in thy heart where knowledge is bound. Know that in thee the secret is hidden, the source of all life and the source of all death. List ye, O man, while I teach the secret, reveal unto thee the secret of old. Deep in earth's heart lies the flower, the source of the spirit that binds all in its form. For know ye that the earth is living in body as thou art alive in thine own formed form. The flower of life is as thine own place in spirit, and streams through the earth as thine flows through thy form, giving of life to the earth and its children, renewing the spirit from form unto form. This is the spirit that is from thy body, shaping and molding unto its form. Know ye, O man, that thy form is dual, balanced in polarity while formed in its form. Know that when fast on thee death approaches, it is only because thy balance is shaken. It is only because one pole has been lost. Know that thy body, when in perfect balance, may never be touched by the finger of death. Aye, even accident may only approach when the balance is gone. When ye are in a balanced equilibrium, ye shall live on in time and not taste death. Know that thou art the balanced completion. Know that thou art the balanced completion, existing because of thy balance of poles. As in thee one pole is drawn downwards, fast from thee goes the balance of life. Then unto thee cold death approaches, and change must come to thine unbalanced life. Know that the secret of life in Amenti is the secret of restoring the balance of poles. All that exists has form and is living because of the spirit of life in its poles. See ye not that in earth's heart is the balance of all things that exist and have been on its face? The source of thy spirit is drawn from earth's heart, for in thy form thou art one with the earth. When thou hast learned to hold thine own balance, then shalt thou draw on the balance of earth. Exist then shall thou while earth is existing, changing in form only when earth too shall change. Tasting not death, but one with this planet, holding thy form till it pass away. List ye, O man, whilst I give the secret, so that ye too shall taste not of change. 1 hour each day shalt thou lie with thine head pointed to the place of the positive pole, north. 1 hour each day that shalt thy head be pointed to the place of the negative pole, south. Whilst thy head is placed to the northward, hold thou thy consciousness from the chest to the head. And when thy head is placed southward, hold thou thy consciousness from the chest to the feet. Hold thou in balance once in each 7, and thy balance will regain the whole of its strength. Aye, if thou be old, thy body will freshen, and thy strength will become as youth's. This is the secret known to the masters by which they hold off the fingers of death. Neglect not to follow the path I have shown, for when thou hast passed beyond years to 100, to neglect it will mean the coming of death. Hear ye my words, and follow the pathway. Keep thou thy balance, and live on in life. Hear ye, O man, and list to my voice. List to the wisdom that gives thee of death. When at the end of thy work appointed thou may desire to pass from this life, past the plain where the son of the morning live, and have being as children of light, pass without pain, and pass without sorrow to the plain where is eternal light. That's a great paragraph. First lie at rest thine head in eastward. Fold thou thy hands at the source of thy life, the solar plexus. Place thou thy consciousness in the life seat. Whirl it and divide it to north and south. Send thou the one out towards the northward. Send thou the other out to the south. Relax thou thy hold upon thy being. Form from they form will they silver. Okay, form. Sorry. Forth from they form will thy silver sparks fly, upward and onward to the sun of the morning, blending with light at one with its source. There it shall flame till desire shall be created, then shall return to a place in a form. Know ye, O man, that thus pass the great souls, changing at will from life unto life. Thus ever passes the Avatar, willing his death as he wills his own life. List ye, O man, drink of my wisdom. Learn ye the secret that is master of time. Learn ye how those ye call masters are able to remember the lives of the past. Great is the secret, yet easy to master, giving to thee the mastery of time. When upon thee death fast approaches, fear not, but know ye are master of death. Relax thy body, resist not with tension. Place in thy heart the flame of thy soul. Swiftly then sweep it to the seat of the triangle. Hold for a moment, then move to the goal. This thy goal is the place between thine eyebrows, the place where the memory of life must hold sway. Hold thou thy flame here in the brain seat until the fingers of death grasp thy soul. Then as thou pass through the state of transition, surely the memories of life shall pass too. Then shalt the past be as one with the present. Then shall the memory of all be retained. Free shalt thou be from all retrogression. The things of the past shall live in today. Man, ye have heard the voice of my wisdom. Follow, and ye shall live through the ages as I. So that's some pretty heavy-duty spiritual philosophy here. I think this is very interesting because obviously the thing that people the one thing that makes people all fearful and the whole basis of all fear is, after all, death. And it's the not knowing, and then for many people, it's the not knowing whether they're going to be in a eternal quote unquote hellfire, or they'll be admitted into heaven under a criteria that absolutely nobody knows. And I don't know. It's one of these things where I think it's very interesting. This is yet again referring to reincarnation in its various passages here, and it's talking about your duality and your balance in your life. Obviously, it's talking about your spiritual energy balance here. They mention the seven and balancing the seven, which, in my opinion, probably is talking about the chakra centers, which to me would make sense. It's funny how all these religions have all the same kind of ideas, right? But I think it's very interesting to, not tasting death and all these other things. I mean, I don't really think that they mean that you'll live forever, because the point of living and experiencing and understanding is that you don't want to live forever, because you realize the body that you live in now is not really you. And so, which is interesting, because here it says down at the part here, it's, where does it say here? I think it says, Oh, it's something about when you're ready to give it up. Um, yeah, I can't find it now, of course. But I think it's interesting. I like the idea here how they're giving you giving you an almost like an instruction of how to die, and in a way not to be afraid of it. It's like, you know you're not going, it's not going to be the end, because thus ever passes the Avatar, willing his death as he wills his own life, which is an interesting comment because I've definitely heard about old, stories, and who knows, they could just be stories or legends. I have no idea, but they're intriguing. But stories of yogis in India who, they will state the moment that they will die, and they often do. Which is, if you believe that kind of thing, it could be quite an incredible feat. And they're willing his death as he wills his own life. It's very interesting idea. I don't know what, you guys can think whatever you want to, of course, because obviously I'm not ever going to tell you what to think. I share this information and I share some ideas that I have about it. Also, another thing that's interesting is this son of the morning thing here. And I find it very interesting that a lot of this stuff that I'm sharing with you too has a lot to do, if you really, or if you're looking at it and you guys are paying attention and you know your Bible, so to speak, or you're Christian and you know your various terminology. The son of the morning light, so to speak, is considered to be Lucifer, right? And I find that to be interesting because you also see it within Christianity, talking about the exact same thing, the son of the morning, son of the light, which essentially is like the materialization of life, and the avatar, so to speak, which brings it back to the whole idea of a demiurge, quote unquote, something that created this world that isn't God, but is part of God, which brings us back to my other reincarnation video I did when it talks about Oregon, and this whole idea that Lucifer is nothing more than ourselves that has fallen furthest away from God, that kind of thing, fallen furthest into the darkness, as these tablets like to say all the time. And so, I think it's an interesting thing. You see a lot of these terminologies in these books that also show up in Christianity as sort of the opposite. They make it into a devil, into something evil, and which takes away the knowledge about understanding of what it actually is. And so, therefore, people are afraid of these things rather than trying to understand the fact that they're a part of you. And that's my opinion. This is based off of, many, many, many years of learning and trying to search for my own spiritual truth, and putting things into practice, and traveling through all kinds of different types of places. I've known all kinds of different people. I've been to all kinds of different services, evangelical, and the like. I mean, but it's one of those things where, again, like, spirituality is personal, and people have to find their own paths. But there's a lot of wisdom in this, and this is why I share it. But and also this whole thing with first lie with rest with thine head, whatever, and put your hands above your solar plexus. This is something that Edgar Cayce famously did every time he put his consciousness to sleep to do any of his readings. And so there might be something to that, And I'm certainly, when I meditate myself, and I do lie down sometimes when I do meditate, that is definitely where I put my hands as well. And it does put me in a very deep, deep meditation. So, take what you guys want to out of this. It's an interesting book, to say the least. And I will be back to finish off. I think there's only one more left, and that's the supplementary book. So I'll come back and finish that book off, and this book series will be finished. So thank you so much for joining me. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you think other people might enjoy it, please share it out. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. Otherwise, much love to you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.